imagine two of us together in the same car, and there's an hour to Iftar, and this place is an hour away. So we're on the way. I make a real fast turn, and one of my tires just goes out. Like, hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Ramadan Radio. I'm Mercan from New Jersey, and today I'm with Meryem, who's also from New Jersey. So, Meryem, what are your memories from the last 5 minutes until Iftar?
I think, many people might have interesting memories. Mine are like the one that I cannot forget. The one that is too absurd to be true is when I was in, I think, 5th grade. In Turkey, there is these like extra classes that you go to outside of school. And my classmates and my teacher from there were going to come to our house for Iftar. Imagine 15, 20 girls coming, 2 of my teachers from the extra school that I go to. And so they came, we're at the table, and like there's like 2 or 3 minutes until Iftar, and everybody's just sitting there. And I'm in the head of the table. And for a second, my mind blanked fully. We were all fasting. And I was like, why is no one eating? Like, are they waiting for the host to start eating? And I drank water. I totally blanked out. I forgot totally that we were fasting. But that was the weirdest experience. You're at the table where you're gonna break your fast. Anyways, and everybody was just looking at me with awe.
That's so funny. How old were you?
I think I was 11 or 12. And I was fasting, so everybody knew I was fasting, but I broke my fast at 3 minutes earlier. It's not even a good time to break your fast early. It's like you're already done the whole day. Anyways, so everybody just looked at me a bit funnily, and it didn't come to me until people actually told me, Meryem, were you not fasting? It was just one of the funniest experiences. But I think what I enjoyed most about those years is that everyone around me was fasting. When I was in Turkey, everyone around me was fasting. And it was so much easier for me. It was much more like a festival maybe throughout the city I lived in, not just like the smaller community I had, but everyone was almost fasting. People here may have more difficulty finding that place, finding that community of people, maybe that they fast together, they break their fast together. So that's one thing. Do you have any funny memories?
My memories are always that argument of did Maghrib go in or not yet? And everyone has their own apps, own prayer time apps. Mm-hmm. And each app is usually maybe like a minute or 2 different. Not all of them, of course. But when you're sitting at the table of 5 to 10 people and everyone has this different, and especially with Turkish people, there's those who follow the Turkish religious organization, I forgot what it was called, and that adds like a 15-minute gap sometimes, or 10 to 15-minute gaps, and then it's the sudden prayer time went in for me, or iftar time went in for me, but my friend has 15 more minutes, and I'm like, man, come on, this is what I follow, but just so I'm not rude, then I guess we'll wait. And it's like that safety precaution, let's just wait an extra 15 minutes just in case. Which is arguable, of course. I don't want to get into that.
Go ahead. What I heard about that is I'm not exactly sure, but someone told me that you should, in those cases, it's better to be together, like to feel that togetherness rather than like being the most correct or most safe. Yeah. So as long as it's on a safe, already made app, someone told me that whoever's house you go to, you break your fast according to their azan time. Maybe we should look out to it once again, but I believe it makes logical sense in my head just because we want to have minimal amount of discrepancies or stuff that sets us apart as Muslims.
But what do you do? So if you were someone whose prayer time, 3 more minutes, like there was 3 more minutes for the iftar time to go in according to your prayer app, but the house that you went to for iftar, their little adhan player went off.
Okay, 3 minutes? 3 minutes. I would not make it obvious. I just go to the restroom, wash my hands.
No way.
Okay, like for that, I wouldn't. So the thing is, I wouldn't create a discrepancy. But if just 3 minutes, like not a 15-minute break gap where they'll ask why I'm not eating, Maybe I just like go to the restroom and wash my hands. But if it's like 15 minutes, maybe I'd follow theirs then. Yeah.
I get what you mean. It's better to, go one together as a whole and act together as a whole rather than one person saying, no, I have 15 more minutes. Because that might kind of make you feel bad as well.
And also, even if you're going to follow it yourself, I feel like making others feel guilty for their prayer time is kind of not so nice. Okay, you have 15 more minutes. Maybe you don't eat, but don't make it obvious for everyone else. And so they have to wait for you. The rest of the Ramadan, they follow that. So they're, I feel like maybe those things are sort of important, I think.
Yeah. There's one for the last 5 minutes until Iftar. One memory for me, it's always just like that rushing, to get the food as warmly as possible onto everyone's plates, pouring the cups of water, making that salad very last minute. Then there's usually these Ramadan stream programs that my parents open on TV towards the Iftar time. So always that and playing in the background on our TV. And the prayers, I don't think we acknowledge the prayers too much. Because, we're hungry and maybe we're together, we're all talking together. And, that prayer that you do right before you break your fast, it's so funny because you want to pray because you did so much good thing that day. You stayed hungry for a whole day for Allah. But at the same time, you really want to eat. So you're kind of rushing those prayers perhaps just so that you could eat at the same time. But you also want to squeeze in whatever prayers that you have in that moment. So I also think of them in the last 5 minutes. But I think I should set aside more comfortable time to be like, okay, this is prayer time. I'm not going to squeeze in all my prayers for the last 30 seconds, but these 5 minutes, let's dedicate it to praying.
Yeah, when I can, because sometimes like you want to help whoever's, like you feel bad not helping someone. I mean, you can also always inwardly pray like while you're doing something. But like the most fruitful time I've had with prayers was when I'd I would open a prayer, my own prayers, and would also read off of like other very knowledgeable people's prayers and would read it for the last 5 or 10 minutes. So definitely starting early is good because I think procrastinating your break fast is very hard on you.
Yeah, do you have any other memories?
I do. Do we have time?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. This one is a bit different. This one was, we were going to an iftar far away, like an hour away, with my friend Sammy, actually. Imagine 2 of us together in the same car, and there's an hour till iftar, and this place is an hour away. So we're on the way. I make a real fast turn, and one of my tires just goes out. Like, we're in the middle of this highway. I go to the side. We have to call someone to like take the car. We have to wait for the toll guy to come and take us in the car. Thankfully, we obviously weren't on time. And thankfully we had some biscuits in the car with us because the time came in, we're still in the car waiting for the toll to come in. And so like one thing I learned from that was like, if you're going to an iftar and you have a plan that you're going to make it last minute, you should definitely have something with you. Definitely water with you or something to eat. And then the whole way we went with the tall guy and we like had a chat, 3 of us. And then we did go to that iftar. Everybody was done eating, obviously. And that was a funny experience, I think.
Wow,
I'd say. And I already told you what I learned from it.
That's tough. Yeah, definitely. Testing our patience though. So those were some interesting stories. I'm excited to hear more about if our audience has any stories about the last 5 minutes until Iftar. Thank you, Meryem, for joining me in this episode. I hope you and all of our wonderful Nurever audiences have a fantastic and blessed Ramadan. Take care, everyone. I hope to see you all in our next episode.